Good morning. Thank you for watching. This is Shitake.news. I'm glad to be here with you tonight. Happy Valentine's Day. It's a little bit past midnight here in Japan, so I want to wish everybody happy Valentine's Day. Something unique about Valentine's Day in Japan is that on this day, gentlemen, tend to get gifts. It doesn't happen to me as often as it once did, but it does still tend to happen from time to time. There's two types: those who are those gifts that are homemade and special, and some of those gifts that are bought that are like they call duty gifts. Like I'm gonna give it to you not because I care, but because I have to give it to you. So sometimes people give gifts like that to each other, and it's nice to see a different way to celebrate this holiday. Anyways, big news. We're gonna jump right into it. First off, Roger Stone. Trump is there for him, from what I can tell. What do I think about that? Honestly, there wasn't a reason for him to be investigated. The FISA warrants were acquired unlawfully. Therefore, basically everything they did was unlawful, in my opinion. I don't think this is justice. And the sentence they were demanding was more to send a message rather than to do justice, because it was an incredibly high sentence that they wanted. 7 years for something that non-violent. Roger did say some shady things that, he's not squeaky clean. Some things that about people disappearing. Yeah, you can't do that, especially with the feds. They don't play around. So I do want to keep an eye on this story, and I think this is going to change over. But Trump has every right to pardon whoever he deems worthy. Every president can do it. Anybody can do it. Even McCain got pardoned when he did something heinous during, or for whatever he might have done during the war. He was pardoned before he could actually run for Senate. So just a little tip for that. But everybody can, is available or is eligible to be pardoned by the president. Trump has every right to do so. I'm not sure if he will. Hopefully, Roger gets justice, but he should see he should get punished. Not punished, but he should get what's appropriate for what crimes he committed. But that aside, it's still too early. Nobody knows what's going to happen with him. On Valentine's Day, we get back Hope. Hope is now back. Hope Hicks is now returning as a senior advisor, and she was fantastic during 2016. She did a fantastic job, loyal to the end. She, my tip of the hat to her. I am incredibly happy to see see her come back. Trump has had a hard time with people close to him. He purged house recently. He cleaned out everybody who was, left over from the Obama times. Most presidents do that at the beginning, but Trump gave too many people a chance, and, nothing good came out of that. So it's good that he's bringing back those he knows who are loyal to him, or those who he can trust. How do I feel about the purge? The purge has to happen. If not because it's vengeful, but if you can't work with somebody, there's no need for them to work for you. The purpose is them working for you. It's like having a house cleaner that doesn't want to clean your house because he doesn't like you working for you. You get rid of him. You get somebody who can do it. Doesn't mean there has to be a Republican. Doesn't mean a Democrat. It just means somebody who could actually help you achieve the goals you hire them for. So it's good to see Hope back. I'm excited to see. I wonder what position Trump's gonna. Probably a senior advisor for now, and see what role she takes on as the election gets closer. It's good to see good people come back. Next news, quickly, another article. We're going to go through these pretty fast, but the next article caught my eye is 10,000 steps is not enough. People are doing the trend of counting how many steps they take and hoping to see results. Now, I know somebody close to me who does this as well. Actually, she keeps her goal at 8,000 steps. But it's not just the steps that have to change. She's actually back to her weight, to what she was before she had boys, before she had kids. So I'm impressed by her determination. She doesn't eat sweets after a certain time of the day. Um, Kicks out all the starch after I think 4 or 5 p.m. Um, Still eats normal meals, just tailors them accordingly. And lunch can be whatever. Breakfast can be a little heavy on protein. But yeah, 8,000 steps is the average, and she's seen great results. So the steps are not enough. You have to adjust your diet. And diet, when people say the word diet, they usually think of it's a regimen that you have to follow. It's more of thinking it like my diet consists of this, not that I'm going to cut these things out of my meals. So when you think of diet, you should more not just think it's a habit or a routine or something that you're trying. It should just be a new way of eating. Um, Luckily in Japan, I have to say that they know how to cook veggies to the point where I'm okay with eating anything in this country. I've eaten almost every animal imaginable available in Japan, almost everything in the sea, and they just know how to prepare food. I was never in my family. We cook with lard and we cook unhealthy meals, and most of my family is on the heavier side because we're Latinos. We can't help it, but I think had we grown up with the diet or the common food that they have here, eating all this fish and seafood and having rice more than once a day, I think we our bodies wouldn't be as big as my family is as the moment. But yeah, at I'm the oldest son, and out of my brothers and everybody, my father, my uncles, I think I'm the lightest one. I mean, I'm still heavy because I'm incredibly tall, but um, compared to them, I think in the U.S. size, I think I'm a 34 by 34, 34 waist, 34 length. So I'm considered slim. Not a model, but slimmer than most. And I think it's just a Japanese diet. They can cook veggies to the point where you're like, you know what? Green things do not turn me off. I'm like, yes, this is going to be delicious. Pickled carrots, without any of the salt, are delicious. I'm almost hooked on them. It's ridiculous how much my palate has changed since I've been here. So, if you find yourself packing on some weight, 8 kilometers should do it as long as you adjust your diet accordingly. Yeah, look for some new recipes. I think the best way to lose weight is just to start cooking something new. Try to find a way to make something that you normally don't enjoy delicious. Like fish, a lot of people don't like fish. I love it. I love it raw. I love it sushi. I love it however I can, as long as it's fresh, because I don't need to be getting sick. But yeah, I think if you want to adjust your weight, if you care, I'm okay with the world being fluffy, but if you care, I would consider changing your diet first before you start trying to do 10, 20,000 steps or whatever the fat is. 8,000 steps and a good diet should be enough to get anybody back to wherever they want to be. So yeah, that's just my little tit for tat there. Finally, sad news. We bid farewell to Andrew Yang. Now, don't get me wrong. I would never vote for Andrew Yang, but I wanted him to be part of the conversation. His ideas were good. His ideas, not all of them, but his line of thinking was unique and necessary. I feel that he saw it from a point of view that not many people looked at it from, and that's needed. Not just, we'll do this and we'll do that and we'll bring jobs back and da 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 da. Yeah. Of course, those are great things, but he saw it from a unique point of view, and I hope this isn't the end of his political career. Just because you can't be president doesn't mean you have to be useless. We have, I would welcome a senator. I'd welcome a representative of the House to come up with ideas Yang like. So I hope he continues in some endeavor, or I hope even Trump kind of acknowledges that Yang had some decent ideas that, I'm sure there's a position in this cabinet for somebody with good new ideas. So, Andrew Yang, we never saw eye to eye, but you were a breath of fresh air in the stale air that is politics. So, I'm sad to see you go. I really do wish you the best, and yeah, you're young. That's the one thing that keeps me going is how young he is. He has a chance to come back. He doesn't have to be one and out. He could come back years from now. He can come up with another way to approach problems, and I look forward to seeing more from him. Hopefully, he doesn't just, you know, become plastic and fold to whatever the politic needs him to be. Like, yeah, I know I don't want to trash any other the politicians, but yeah, I hope he comes back. I wish him the best of luck, and good night, sweet prince. Hope you do well in your future. But that aside, happy Valentine's Day. I hope everybody has, gets a ton of chocolates or gives a ton of chocolate. It's just a good day to give stuff and hopefully get stuff. So enjoy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. Have a good night.